Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Am I live?
Yes, we are.
Welcome to Hyperfixation of the Week, where it says gullible on the ceiling, but only the sheeple are going to look. I'm Jordyn, or am I? Maybe that's just what the man wants you to think.
I'm Phoenix, but that's just as far as you know.
And I'm maybe Victoria. I don't know.
Intriguing. You know what else we don't know? Anything. What are we talking about today, I wonder?
I wonder, maybe something like conspiracy...
Something that the man doesn't want you to hear.
Something terrible. Maybe conspiracy theories?
Oh, that sounds like a delightful idea. Well, it is. It is what we're talking about. So, shall we just cut right through the banter and just get right to...
So, Hollow Earth. I love this one.
We
this
will
one
get
is
to that.
So funny.
Can we ease into the topic?
Okay, so what's a good ease into it one?
Illuminati.
Let's ease into the definition of conspiracy theories. Let's ease into, what we're defining as our topic today. Because conspiracy theories can be very general. It can be anything from the JFK assassination. The CIA did it. The CIA killed John Fitzgerald Kennedy. They organized the killing. There were 6 bullets fired, and there were 3 separate shooters. One ricocheted and hit a bystander. One went straight through his head, and the other went through some other guy. It's not important. Lee Harvey. Anyways, besides that,
My elementary school was called JFK.
Cool. There are, political, historical ones, such as JFK shooting, MLK shooting, whatever we did about vampires on the Mexican border. I don't know.
The moon landing.
We'll get to that.
I love that
And then
one.
there are the weird supernatural ones, like Hollow Earth, Flat Earth, the Mushroom People, the aliens.
Is the Roswell incident something from a game, or was that an actual thing?
That's the thing.
Okay, I'm making sure.
Roswell is definitely a thing.
Okay, I'm making sure, because I've been watching analog horror all day.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that.
We heard it.
Well,
That was not intentional, because I didn't fall asleep to analog horror.
yeah, you do that. But let's start. Do you want to start broad and get specific, or do you just want to, ping pong between things?
What could
Ping
be broad?
That was
Scientology. There's so many things under the Scientology umbrella.
Oh my-
So,
pray tell, what is Scientology? Oh, first message from my dad today. What is it? The stonemasons are making us do a show on conspiracy theories because they want to throw you off the trail of their involvement in the shadow government that controls the world.
let me tell you something about the stonemason. No, we're not going to get into stonemasons. Stonemason's a whole separate thing. Is it the Dallas or Denver airport?
Denver.
It's Denver. The Denver International Airport is a cursed building built by the Freemasons for, satanic purposes or something. It is laid out with dead ends and uncertain pathways that confuse and disorient the traveler. There are minimal windows to, make you unsure whether it's night or day. And also there's a giant freaking blue stallion statue outside with red glowing eyes whose head fell off and killed its artist.
You're joking, right? That part can't be true.
It's like the Theater Macbeth thing.
Does this count as a theater?
No.
No.
Okay.
And none of us are in shows right now. We're safe, Jordyn. We're safe.
Isn't the whole thing, it's only a problem if you say it in a theater?
No, you can't say it at all if you're in a show.
Yeah, someone...
I've just heard it as...
I've invoked the curse. And wanna know the year that I invoked the curse?
Oh, no.
2020. Wanna know the opening night of our show?
March 13th?
March 19th. March 13th was our tech. March 13th was our Q to Q 9 to 9, baby.
Oh my god. Well, you wanna know what happened when someone said Mickey B on our set?
What?
So we kept on saying it over and over and over, and we were like, can you shut up? Please, you're going to ruin everything. And guess what happened? Smoke machine didn't work.
Yep.
Sound issues.
Yep.
Costume malfunction.
Yep.
Actor tripped and almost injured themselves.
Yep.
I'm surprised no one died.
Yep.
I'm surprised no one, ran into the flies or something.
That's a baby conspiracy theory, but it's also true.
That's also
it's a
not
real
really a
curse.
conspiracy
It's real.
theory.
It's a real curse.
It's real.
It's a real curse.
But
I was not a theater kid.
forget Mickey B. Let's talk about Where do we even start?
Well, back to the Denver thing.
Ah.
It's claimed that the Illuminati have like a headquarters underneath the Denver airport.
Oh, absolutely. Why do you think it's laid out so strangely? It's probably laid out over a much larger structure beneath
It's
it.
laid out like a casino.
Ooh, that's where the Illuminati go to gamble.
Well, casinos are laid out like that to force you to spend more time in there.
And they force you to spend more time in there.
My dad has just said in conspiracy theories,
Oh my god.
Let me see your phone.
the writers of The Simpsons have the ability to see the future and use that knowledge to write their TV shows, then use mercenaries to ensure that said future events happen, creating a grandfather paradox, such as, I don't know, like the election of Donald J. Trump.
The burning of Notre Dame.
The predictions from Simpsons, there are conspiracy theories around it. I like to think it's just a weird, wacky coincidence.
It's just Matt groaning for some reason, just like, I can't tell if you would say he's unlucky or lucky.
Or is it the autism making connections in a way that no one else understands?
No, it's so specific.
It's so specific, and it happens so often, it's weird.
Very, very unusual and unnerving.
Yes. So what are the conspiracy
Oh,
theories?
here's a
do you
baby
like?
conspiracy theory: chemtrails.
Oh, chemtrails.
I don't know much about it other than chemtrails.
Because there isn't much to know about it other than they put
Chemtrails.
they put chemicals into the contrails behind airplanes to control the weather.
Like, they're putting chemicals in the water that turn the freaking frogs gay. Alex Jones.
I feel like Alex
Everyone
Jones.
shut up. I'm going to talk about the gay bomb.
The gay bomb?
The gay bomb.
What is the gay bomb? Is that why I'm so gay? Is that why I'm
I
so
forget
pretty?
what war it was, but the American military developed a bomb that was designed to, upon detonation, I don't remember like what chemical they put in it, probably just pure unfiltered estrogen that T-girls would kill for it, but basically, they had the idea that using this bomb would not only cause normal bomb damage, but also would feminize and therefore homosexualize the enemy party. So I'm not kidding, they made a femboy bomb.
I'm sorry, give me a second. Oh my god, what's that? Oh god, it's gonna blow up. Oh my god, guys, that really hurt.
I'm like, oh my god, like, I kind of like women now. Oh my gosh. And the reason that's funny is my anniversary with my girlfriend is tomorrow.
Yeah, when's she getting here?
6:30
Nice.
today. Anyways, so the gay bomb is very funny, but there's more to it because there are also, I need to preface this by saying all of these theories come from rather homophobic circles, because that's a real thing that happened in history. There is a theory, there's like a sub-theory connected to that says that the American government is literally putting higher and higher amounts of soy in the food to feminize and homosexualize the men to make the American people weaker.
They're calling us soy boys.
They're calling you a soy boy.
I'm not a soy boy.
Not only that.
I'm not a boy. I'm not a soy boy.
I know, honey.
Which is kind of funny because
you're
the
a
people
soy.
Bean.
because typically the people who use the term soy boy are the people who like vehemently stand by the government. So it's like that is like the one time where I've never seen them connected.
I could be misremembering.
No, but that sounds like something that would happen.
The soy could also be put in by the shadow government / Illuminati / Freemasons.
Spies. I feel like the easiest
The KGB.
explanation would be spies.
But yeah, the gay theory. I will say this: the more you delve into conspiracy theories, the more and more they get, unfortunately, incredibly discriminatory.
That's why I like
like
the funny ones.
like the Jewish space lasers.
I like
Oh
the
my
funny
god,
ones.
I love
like,
the Jewish space lasers.
I like
so
flat
there's-
Earth, like Hollow Earth. Like
I
the funny
love
ones.
Flat Earth, Hollow Earth, but also Hollow Earth eventually somehow gets connected to the Hitler didn't die theorists. They said he retreated to Hollow Earth or something. But, which sounds like something you would hear on the History Channel at like 1:30 a.m. True story, it was 12:30 a.m. I was still watching the History Channel, and they started a thing that traced not only the fact that Hitler didn't kill himself, but traced exactly what shelters in Austria he stayed in.
I'm sorry, you're joking, right?
I hope they were bullshitting me.
My favorite, the show that I watch on the History Channel, shout out to my father who's listening right now, is Forged in Fire.
Oh my god.
Where you get to watch a bunch of
Forged in
buff dudes
Fire.
make swords.
What do you mean buff? The one episode I watched, he had like the biggest like punk nerd ever.
Oh no, they have sleeper builds. if you ask that guy to like grip something as hard as he can, he'll break a fruit.
Yeah,
He'll
no,
crush
I
an
know.
apple with his bare hand.
I know. My point is, they do not look.
They don't look it, but they do it. Anyways, we're getting distracted by Forge and Fire, which should be a whole episode, honestly. The point is that conspiracy theories can get very discriminatory, and one that I want to highlight is the Jewish aliens / space lasers.
Slash the shadow government
Shout
is
out
Jewish
Marjorie
people.
Taylor Greene.
So basically, the theory goes that apparently we Jews, we Jews, yes, are aliens from another world sent to infiltrate and control your shadow government, and we also have space lasers. To which I say, where is my spaceship coming to take me off this planet?
Don't forget, it was not a gender reveal that started the wildfires. You started the California wildfires.
I'm sorry, I got silly.
You pressed the wrong button. You saw a big
Okay,
red
no,
button.
unironically, so my grandpa...
If they're gonna put someone in the room that controls the space lasers, can they not put the ADHD kid who will press every big red button she sees?
Unironically, on the topic of the Jewish space lasers and the California wildfires, they were really close to where my grandparents live, and my grandpa's Jewish.
They know. They know.
And his house, for some reason, was miraculously spared from the fire.
I don't fucking know.
In fact, it almost seems like the fire radiated out from where his house was centralized. Interesting.
There's a fine line with these conspiracy theories that we must tread. Make fun. We are laughing at their ridiculousness. We do not believe most of them.
We need to preface this by saying that we do not believe the theories that we are calling the supernatural or unusual ones. I don't believe that Hitler traveled into Hollow Earth after faking his own suicide to become their god and eventually ascend to our god. I don't believe that. In fact, I believe he was kind of stupid.
He was a failed art school student. How do you fail art school?
He
Very
was rejected
easily.
from art school.
He was rejected.
Be a better artist.
He was actually a pretty talented
Yeah, no,
artist,
unironically, if
unfortunately.
you look at his paintings, they were not that bad.
He should have been better.
We're getting off topic again.
I'm
Stop
blinking
messing with my
at
already
you.
broken phone.
Hi, architecture student. Also, we need to lower our gain. We're hitting 12
Oh no, that was just
reliably.
because I got close trying to get my phone
No,
back from
our
you.
gain in general has just been consistently high.
No, maybe a little. Not really.
Okay.
Okay,
I will
because
say there.
Audacity is saying I'm peaking, but Butts is saying I'm fine.
Oh yeah, we listen to Butt, not
Audacity sucks anyway.
Listen to Butt.
But I will say, as much as I don't believe in like
Actually, I think
99% of conspiracy theories, there is. I mentioned it earlier, the Roswell
Use
incident.
the board.
I accidentally clicked it.
Shame on you. Sorry.
Anything related to aliens, with the exception of aliens built the pyramids and stuff like that. Stuff about the aliens, I feel like a lot of the time are kind of feasible. Keyword
No.
feasible, not believable.
Not exactly, because the stuff about aliens mostly relies upon the idea of aliens being those big, gray, humanoid features. If we find an alien, that boy is probably not going to be humanoid. It's
Yes.
probably going to be some eldritch horror.
It's gonna be a bug, dude.
However,
It's
I
gonna
mentioned
be
the
just
Roswell
cockroaches.
incident. I'm pretty sure the
Wait.
Roswell incident was the one where they tried to claim that it was a weather balloon.
Yeah.
But none of it connected to actually be a weather balloon. So they're clearly hiding something.
Also, I just want to bring up,
But
no, it's not going to be aliens. Jordyn, what is it that species keep evolving into? What is the apex of life on this planet that species keep turning into?
Crabs. But
Aliens
also,
are going to be crabs.
assuming that aliens are going to crabs is an incredibly Earth-centric view. You don't know what the ideal life form on another planet is.
I do also stand by
Crap.
the idea that the reason we haven't found life on other planets is because we're trying to find something that looks like us. So it is very possible we have seen it. We just completely passed over it.
We're looking in the wrong spots.
We are looking for something biological that probably isn't. We're looking for something organic.
I'm sorry, Dad, are you making this up as you go along? What do you mean the moon is a Dyson sphere?
Oh my god.
What do you mean is a Dyson sphere?
Oh, so
Let's
basically
talk
a
about the
Dyson
moon for a
a
second.
Dyson sphere is where you build a giant thing around, like a giant structure around a star. So it has to be a star. The whole point is it harvests the energy of the star. it is one of like the stages of civilization.
So it's a nuclear fusion reactor.
You know
No.
there's a partially hatched egg of a giant eldritch god on the dark side of the moon, right?
Of course. No, the moon itself is the egg. Come on.
And it's going to emerge, and it's going to become his throne. If you know what I'm referencing, I want you to come find me personally and talk to me.
Is
There
it
was
Dungeons and
this-
Daddies?
Oh, no.
There was this analog horror
That
video.
one day, the moon will hatch, and it will become his throne, and you will look at the moon and think, what a beautiful night. If you know what I'm referencing, come find me.
Neil Gaiman?
I'm not telling you.
Okay, later you'll tell me.
I will.
Yeah, okay.
No, so there's two of these. There's two analog horror videos that I've watched. They're both very similar to each other. They're not necessarily conspiracy theories. I just need to talk about it real quick. Where basically it drives the people who go on the moon insane, and then also makes them believe that they're back home so that they will take off their helmets.
Imagine if you go to the moon, you find out you're allergic.
No.
Imagine if you
That
go to,
happened.
Imagine if you go to a moon and you find out, oh, what, there's a golf ball there.
Imagine being that guy to go up to the moon and find
Can
out
we-
you're allergic to the moon.
Can we go over the moon landing?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go over
Okay,
the moon
Most
so-
landing.
basic one.
We all know the people who say the moon landing isn't real. Can we bring up something real quick? Faking the moon landing costs more money than actually landing on the moon.
Yeah.
And do you know? And the reason that we haven't gone back up there is gonna sound stupid, but I know this. 'Cause I took astronomy last year. We talked about it. So in the process of landing people on the moon, they were like constantly like, this number's off. Let me fix it. Oh, this number needs to be fixed. Let me fix it. Ooh, this is off. Let me change that. And they never wrote any of those little tiny fixes down.
So they
And the
can't
people
do it
who
again.
did it are either senile or dead. So the reason that we haven't gone back to the moon is because we forgot how.
Which is
I mean-
almost as funny as the Russians putting putting
No, it was
toxic. Their fuel was so similar to vodka that they had to poison it so people wouldn't drink it.
I mean, that's how America dealt with the Prohibition. Yeah. I was gonna say something about I forgot what I was gonna say. Had to do with basically in the late 90s, America forgot how to make one of the most crucial parts of missiles because everyone who made the missiles originally kind of forgot how to make the material, and they spent like a ton of money to figure out how to make the material again so that they could refurbish the missiles.
we are idiots.
We're
Americans
not
are
very
idiots.
good at writing stuff down.
So my Scottish friend is probably listening right now. We're idiots. Don't worry. We know.
Okay. What other conspiracy?
I feel
theories
like
we
we've been
got?
throwing around the word Hollow Earth a lot for people who haven't explained what Hollow Earth is.
Okay, so let me give the basics of Hollow Earth. It starts simple. So Earth is still a sphere. Earth's still a sphere, as we know. And we can only dig down so far.
But it's a shell sphere.
Yes, under where we dig. It's not solid and reaches a core. There is no core. It's just straight emptiness. But not actually emptiness.
There's another star inside.
No.
That's the
And
version
that
I heard.
is.
That is the.
Is it another star?
That's the version most of us
I think
have
there's
heard.
two versions. One where it's actually just empty, and then one where there's another star inside. But
And
I
then
think they're
there's-
basically the same.
I
thing.
know the mushroom people.
I know the Mushroom People, dinosaurs, and Hitler's Secret Society.
Yeah, no, I only know the dinosaurs one.
The mushroom people is so have you ever seen Inside Job?
Oh
The-
my
No.
god. I love this show so
So there's a
much.
character called Mike, where he's a sentient fungus person who can read your brain and kind of a party boy, and he's very funny.
Are they like the mushrooms in Risk of Rain?
Maybe, I don't really know.
If the mushrooms in Risk of Rain were low-key just a sexual joke in a character,
Like a frat boy.
he's like a frat boy.
What is
Sorry,
What does that
Ian.
even mean?
The stereotype of a fraternity brother.
What are you talking about? Why does that have to do with the mushrooms in Risk of Rain?
We're talking about
You
the character.
asked.
Oh,
Yeah.
You
So,
asked, I answered.
That's who he is. But also, he's from the Hollow Earth.
Oh my god, you know what we forgot to talk about?
What?
The lizard people!
Oh yeah, Mark Zuckerberg.
Because obviously the Jews aren't running your shadow government. There's too few of us to do it, and they keep on trying to kill us. No, you know who's flying under the radar that's running your whole world?
Mark Zuckerberg.
And also Ellen DeGeneres.
She's included?
Oh yeah.
But okay. But we've all seen that video of the
Taylor
one
Swift
interview.
too.
She's not a lizard person.
People think she is.
No, but she's so sweet. And
No,
loving.
but she
No,
runs
but-
our society.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
no,
her-
but they think she rules our society because she makes. I'm gonna admit it. Her music is semi decent.
She has good songs.
She's a good songwriter.
Oh,
She
Okay, but
She has skill.
The lyric change for Travis Kelce in Argentina was really cute. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I am blinking at you. That was not my language. What?
So she's dating Travis Kelce.
I know
playing
that
the Chiefs. While she was performing in Argentina, he was there, sitting next to her dad, and she changed the lyrics of Karma to be Karma is the guy on the Chiefs who runs back home to me.
Oh my gosh, that's
adorable.
adorable.
Yeah. Dad, what did you send me? Since you brought up Space Layers, Marjorie Taylor Greene dedicates a whole book chapter to clearing up her Jewish space lasers rant.
Oh my god,
Oh my
Marjorie Taylor Greene, my beloved.
Let's go. Do people know who she is?
Would you
I feel
like
like
to- would you-
everyone
would you
knows
There's
like
a
who she
chance.
is.
There's a chance some people don't. Let's start. She's a politician. She is an elected politician.
She's an elected politician.
Yes, she has won campaigns, and she is the most radical conspiracy theorist you will ever see.
Isn't she also like transphobic?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I feel like is the least bad of the things
The
she's
least
said.
bad.
Of the things she
You think
said.
she was gonna win a campaign in America as a Republican without being transphobic? Come on, Jordyn, get your head in the game.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've just been so distracted by my trans rights brainwashing and the soy in the water that's making me more of a homosexual.
You want to talk about being distracted?
But luckily, I'm actually immune to the soy chemicals that make me a homosexual because I'm a Jew, and they inject us with their little dark, secret government, Illuminati immunity juice that makes me immune to the chemtrails that are making you blind to the fact that the Earth is actually flat. And did you know there are hallucinogens that the lizard people secrete that make you have the delusion of seeing the curvature of the
Oh,
Earth?
that's beautiful.
Oh my-
That's.
I am not kidding. I saw
seriously a
that
thing.
in a real article. I saw someone write that with genuine belief.
All the copium in the world is right there.
The fact that I can say I am immune to the secretions of the lizard people that make you have hallucinations of the curvature of the Earth, and someone will believe me, I have no words.
No.
I hope to God none of them are listening.
Don't forget the one that Jordyn has taught me, which is so Earth is. So you know Pac-Man.
The way that flat earthers will explain how you get from one end of the Earth
How
to
you
the
get
other.
from Asia to America on a boat.
Pac-Man. So you know
Pac-Man.
how a Pac-Man level works? Yeah.
Go to one side, you come out the other.
Yeah, and I mentioned the other day, I feel like that would work kind of well with the other theory of the universe being a simulation, because that would explain why you go from one end to the other.
The universe is a simulation is one of the oldest theories, going hand in hand with good old The Matrix. Really good movie. Prime conspiracy theorist food, which has led to fun fact, there's a common phrase for conspiracy theorists of people who were like awake and seeing all the chaos in the world. They're red-pilled. They say that they're red-pilled.
Which is, unfortunately, hugely crossed over with the incel community.
Yep.
Often they are more or less the same
Also
person.
accidentally made very political in America because,
Red versus blue.
yeah.
So, hey, to be fair, there's good chances that the person you're talking to is all three.
Yeah. If you reach one, you reach the other two. If you reach someone saying they're red-pilled, you reach incel, and you reach the other side.
The other side. Welcome to the other side.
Welcome
I just
to the other
realized
side of the
this
hollow
episode
earth.
might genuinely be the most controversial one for us.
Welcome to the other side. This is
We're-
the
how
other
is it
side.
controversial? We're just going.
I know.
Yeah, these things that are very obviously not real, like the moon.
No, because some of
holding
the
an
stuff
eldritch
that
god.
Jordyn has said regarding Jewish people.
Yeah, welcome to the other
I feel
side.
like
The other side of the frisbee that you live on. That's right, this planet is flat and the edge is a wall of ice. That's right, that's Antarctica.
To make it abundantly clear for anyone who doesn't know, Jordyn can say these things about Jewish people. Jordyn is a practicing.
I am, in fact, a practicing Jew, and in fact, fun fact, a little tangent about my family. I am literally descended from a family that includes a Holocaust survivor, but are mostly Holocaust escapists, people who got out of Austria before Hitler got
yeah,
there.
no, same.
By, like, a couple years at most.
Yeah, no, same.
Just wanted to give that disclaimer.
So I do
My-
want to give a disclaimer. I have
There's a reason I haven't involved in those rants.
I forgot if it was my grandpa's sister or my grandpa's aunt that, like, died in a concentration camp.
I think it's my great aunt that survived a concentration camp.
So do we want to go over Hitler being in the Hollow Earth?
Yeah, since we're on this topic.
Yeah, there are people who really... I'm going to make this serious for a second. There are people who really, really like Hitler, and it's frankly very disturbing how much they make him, quite literally in some cases, a god in their eyes.
Didn't they have to, like, demolish the house that he was born in because people kept, like, making a pilgrimage to it?
Probably.
I wouldn't be surprised. See, some people made a literal religion out of worshipping Hitler as a god. And some of those stories of how he ascended to godhood place him descending to Hollow Earth and finding either godlike powers or enough worship to, attain a higher level of existence or something. But the point is that if you go down the Hollow Earth rabbit hole, it is mostly inevitable that you're going to run into what are they called? The Hitler, I want to say Zionists, but that
it feels right.
They're two completely different things, but it's a word that is very similar in syllables, not in meaning, just in syllables. It sounds similar, but I can't remember the word.
I don't know. I remember, speaking of
Zionist and Hitler are two different things.
Speaking of very contradictory terms, one time my English teacher in high school, I think she was referring to Elon Musk when she said this, said something about capitalist communist. It was basically a bunch of words that were completely. It was like socialist, capitalist, Nazi.
That's beautiful.
That is gorgeous.
Basically, her point. So basically, the point behind her saying that was some kid asked her, would she rather get no money or meet Elon Musk? And she said, "Oh no, I do not want to meet Elon Musk."
I don't want to eat the rich. Eat the rich.
Literally.
This is my announcement. I'm eating the rich. We have Elon Musk. He's already on a spit. He's been rotating over the same fire for like 3 hours. Yeah, he's been marinated.
I don't want to.
Honey glaze.
I feel like we're still gonna get diseases. Have you seen the way he is built? He has a shelf under his stomach. Like, his stomach protrudes out a good 3 inches.
Let's talk about how people think that Mark Zuckerberg and also probably Elon Musk are robots.
Okay, so there's this one specific interview with Mark Zuckerberg where he's like, I can't remember if he's like reaching for it or he's just struggling to drink water. And
people ran with that. And also he's very pallorous and kind of...
For some reason, Mark Zuckerberg triggers the uncanny valley response, which he shouldn't because he's a human. So for those who don't know, the uncanny valley response is that when the human brain sees something that looks
almost human but not enough.
Mostly human.
Like mannequin or a really, those 1980s CGI humans?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. And also almost lifelike animatronic. Here. Look up the original animatronic of Donald J. Trump in the Hall of Presidents at Disney World. That's the Uncanny Valley.
Yeah, there's a theory about that they had originally designed it to be Hillary
They originally designed it for Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
I want to say.
I think it does look like it has
looks
her facial
like
structure.
her facial structure.
I'm sorry.
They tried and failed to rig the election.
My dad says this is a true theory, that this is an actual theory. Paul McCartney died when he was in the Beatles and was replaced, and that's why he's the only guy who's barefoot on the Abbey Road album.
Oh, I've heard that theory. There's also the Strawberry Fields Forever thing.
What?
There's this whole thing that
the Beatles
at the end of Strawberry Fields Forever, there's some subliminal message about whatever.
Yeah, the Beatles are a wealth of conspiracy theories that I don't know if we have the time to get into.
Yeah, no. My history teacher would be very proud of me for talking about that, but I don't care about my history teacher.
Let me hit the John Mulaney. No, I'm thinking about the Beatles.
Unironically, I think my history teacher may have said that in his own voice.
But
do you not just think about the Beatles sometimes?
Do you want to take a quick diversion from conspiracy theories into weird history? Because the Beatles got me thinking about the time when a bunch of hippies tried to lift the octagon with their minds.
I'm sorry, what?
That is a thing.
Look up I don't remember if it's the lifting of the octagon or the levitating of the octagon, but a bunch of hippies tried to lift it with their minds. They made pins, and by the way, people who know me personally know I have a very extensive pin collection. I want one of those pins. I want one of the lifting the octagon pins, and I would pay heinous amounts of money for it. If anyone knows where I can get an authentic...
I'm sorry, do you mean the Pentagon?
Oh. Why did I say the octagon?
Oh my... I was thinking like you were talking about like they're like they don't like UFC.
Oh my god, that would be hilarious.
I was thinking of the Pentagon for some reason.
I was thinking of the Pentagon, and I was saying the octagon because it turns out I actually stayed up till 4 a.m. last night. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah,
Did you
we know.
really?
Yes.
I thought you went to sleep. You told me to turn off the light.
I tried to go to sleep, and then I didn't, so I got back up, and I went on my phone to see if anyone was online, and someone was.
Was it my video? Because I turned it on after I thought you were asleep.
No, I just couldn't sleep.
Okay.
Anyways, I'm running on like 3 hours at the moment. Sorry.
Okay.
Let's go. And 1.5 cups of boba.
Oh, too much boba, man. I'm lactose intolerant.
It's worth it.
Why do I keep ordering milk tea?
Because boba is really good.
Anyways.
Just get coconut milk boba.
So,
it's really good.
the lifting of the Pentagon. I'm going to look to see if any of those pins are actually available. I don't care how much it is.
Alright, I'm trying to think.
One
What are
last-
some fun conspiracy theories?
Oh,
Plenty
Can we
of
talk
them.
about aliens now?
Yeah, go
Yeah.
for it. You have the floor.
So, so there's the Roswell incident, which I'm pretty sure is the one where they had something that landed that they claimed was a weather balloon, but by the materials did not make sense to be a weather balloon.
What's inside Area 51? I
Oh
genuinely
yeah,
want
what's
to know.
inside Area 51?
I just
Fun
genuinely want to
fact.
know.
Fun fact, I think it's like, I forgot how many miles away. It's a very short distance, but pretty close to Area 51. There is a small airport terminal. I think it's at a regular airport where a bunch of government workers will go in during the day. They will get on a plane. The plane will turn off its transponder, but from where it turns it off, we know that it goes to Area 51. And it's like the employee shuttle is a plane.
You ever think about that kid who was arrested during the Area 51 raid because he actually Naruto ran at the military base? Yeah, the joke Area 51 raid. There was someone who was arrested because some kid just actually ran at the literal military base. Which, fun fact for all you non-Americans, there's probably at least one, you can't do that. You can't run at a military base.
Oh, this one's authentic. Holy hell.
Jordyn, stop thinking about pins.
No. Look at the back of this.
That is a messed up.
No,
you're
that's
gonna get like lead
old.
poisoning
Dude, I'm not gonna poke myself with it. What do you think I'm gonna...
just in its presence.
Gonna sign in through eBay to see how much it's worth.
Jordyn,
Oh, I need one of these.
Okay, back to
Wait,
aliens. There was
How many
the,
did they make? Oh.
So there was this guy who over the
Oh, this one's a different color.
Jordyn,
Fascinating.
not
over
now.
the Bass Strait, which is the strait between Australia and mainland Australia and Tasmania. I think that's where it was, where a guy was flying a plane, and then he claims that there's something metallic hovering over him, and then over the radio you hear metal scraping, and then he was just kind of went missing. What else do you
Oh.
explain that as? What else is going to be oblong in shape, metal, and hovering over you? And then
Your
creates
mother.
and then creates metal scraping before you then just disappear.
Okay, but what do we think about that guy who went to the Senate and went, yeah, like, bro, there's aliens.
Oh yeah, there was that. Whatever happened with that?
I
I feel like we overlooked.
he did because he didn't give actual verifiable proof. He went, yeah, like, I can't like tell you specifically, but like,
Oh.
we there's aliens, bro. Like my buddy sees them, my buddy studies them, but there's aliens. I promise.
Seriously, I feel like we just overlooked when wasn't it the CIA themselves that said aliens existed?
It was some dude who was in
Yeah.
the CIA, but no longer is in the CIA.
But I feel like we just overlooked that in the midst of everything else that was happening in the world.
Because a lot of it's like, it wasn't. He didn't give verifiable proof.
Eh. There was also. Do you guys know the story of what's it called? Do you know the story of the guy who called in to a TV show and was like panicking about knowing information about aliens that he wasn't supposed to know, and he was trying to tell us all that aliens exist, whatever, and that they're coming for him, and he's gonna die or whatever. Do you know that?
No, but I just looked up funny conspiracy theories, and I really want to go over this one I just found.
Okay, I see the title on your phone.
50 Shades of Grey predicts the collapse of the USA.
All right, you have my undivided attention. I will look for cheap bids on authentic 1970s The Pentagon is Rising pins later. Oh, wait. I can make a button maker. No, I want an authentic one.
Okay.
I want a real one.
So, I don't know how much this is real, but this article says, according to the self-proclaimed co-prophet of the end times, the other co-prophet lives in a trash container behind an Arby's. The film is a message from the Illuminati and about how they, quote, plan to bring America into bondage.
Oh my god.
Oh?
In order to prove this, they began reading the book's plot out loud, which is exactly like watching your grandparents have phone. The entire crux of his argument is that the plot of the film resembles events within the Book of Revelation.
Allow me to say something real quick.
Wait. And then the next line is something which sounds unlikely, considering what we'd remember having heard about the Book of Revelation is a fanfic of another part of the Bible.
And you know what 50 Shades is?
Twilight fanfic.
Wait, so to summarize, Anastasia Steele is the whore of Babylon / United States of America, while Christian Grey is the Scarlet Beast / Russia, who eventually defeats / dominates her. I'm not reading that next line, but...
No, let me see this. Let me see this. Guys, just careful with the mic.
I can't read that.
Fee, let me see this.
I'll just say it says sadly never
Folks listening at home, if you're curious, feel free to look it up.
Look up cracked.com conspiracy theories.
It's a fascinating read.
Okay,
Anyways,
what are some good funny ones?
I do want to acknowledge that 50 Shades, while not part of a conspiracy theory, is part of my favorite historical domino effect.
Yo, can I hit it? I love hitting it.
Go for it.
Want to start with
No, by all
with
means.
Archduke? Okay.
Begin with the Archduke.
So
I thought it started with the Go For.
I don't know the go for. I know from Archduke.
Go on.
So there's Archduke Franz Ferdinand, whose assassination, though not really caused it, but was the powder keg that exploded, was the powder keg to start World War I. World War I led to a lot of things, including the fall of Germany and the rise of Soviet and the Communist Revolution in Russia. So the fall of Germany then led to World War II, which led to America working with Russia, leading to a lot of like tension between them, which led to the Cold War. The Cold War led to a lot of proxy wars, like the Korean War, the Vietnam War, more specifically when Russia engaged in the Middle East. And when they engaged in the Middle East, America went, bro, we gotta stop Russia. Let's give the Middle East so much money and so much weapons. And then they went, we don't want that from you, America. Just mind your own business, please. Which led to the rise of Al-Qaeda and the Taliban, which led to 9/11. Now, hear me out. 9/11, Gerard Way in Jersey City went, bro, I need to do something with my life, and created the band My Chemical Romance.
This is when it gets good.
And My Chemical Romance's music inspired
Stephanie
Meyer to write the god-awful, horrible piece of fiction
the beautiful
known
literature.
as Twilight.
My
the
ex likes
literature
Twilight.
of the
Red
Twilight
flag.
saga.
One of the many red flags.
No,
Everything about
honey,
it is a
Wait,
red
no,
flag.
we're
honey,
not done
listen
yet.
to yourself. Your ex.
We're not done yet. So, then, Twilight inspired, I don't remember her name, but the woman who wrote 50 Shades of Grey wrote some fan fiction about Twilight where it was just BDSM fan
a
fiction.
horrible representation of the kink community.
So then she went, this is kind of good. Let me change the setting, change the characters, make them not vampires. And then she wrote 50 Shades of Grey. Therefore, the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand led to a smut book that, in and of itself, proclaimed the end of America, according to that conspiracy theory.
Can I finish it for you?
Yeah.
Because the ending of how this single-handedly leads to Ellen DeGeneres' social cancellation. Yeah, you're looking at me weird.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Is this big enough to be a hat?
What was the actress? Whose head is it for?
Garrett.
I don't know.
That's not fitting Garrett's head.
Okay.
Okay,
quick
sorry about
question.
that.
What was the actress's name that played Miss Steele in the 50 Shades movies?
It's a great question.
Mad respect for her, by the way, purely for what I'm about to say.
I don't know.
All right. Well, whatever her name was, when she went on the Ellen DeGeneres show, you know, during the promo season for the movie, Ellen was kind of, sorry, Christian Ants, kind of low-key slut-shamey and a little, like, rude about the whole topic and also the acting job that she took on. And this was the beginning of Ellen's damaged social perception, thus leading to her social cancellation. And it is a delicious little transition how the assassination of Franz Ferdinand directly led to Ellen DeGeneres getting canceled socially, with the little midpoint of "I'm not okay, I promise" on 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge.
Sorry, I just found something which is a Reddit thread from 5 days ago, which is asking the weirdest, crazy conspiracy theories we've heard of. Want to hear some of them? That owning chickens is a gateway drug to believing those conspiracy theories. That traffic barrels are left up for so long because the Department of Transportation bought too many, has no place to store them. Sorry, I just remember the greatest conspiracy theory that we all jokingly believe in.
Which one?
What do you think?
I don't know.
The birds work for the
The birds.
bourgeoisie.
All of the birds were killed in 1969. They were replaced with rudimentary drones that have improved since then. They are all spying on you constantly. They work for the bourgeoisie. Have you ever seen a bird? No. You've seen well-disguised drones.
Have you
What
seen a
about
baby?
my bird?
Have you seen a baby pigeon?
Your bird
I have, in fact.
is unfortunately a robot. I'm
My
sorry.
bird is
So why?
dead.
So wait.
Was a robot.
So yeah, that's because it wasn't standing on power lines. The reason that birds stand on power lines is
It's to
charge.
recharge.
Why do you think you saw so many
Why
less
do you
birds
think
during the
domesticated
pandemic?
birds don't live forever, unlike the birds in the natural environment?
But no, why do you think you saw so many less birds during the pandemic? Because they didn't need them.
They didn't need them. Ignore the fact that you just weren't outside and didn't see birds.
Ignore the fact that you just actually saw birds. It's just you don't really think about it.
Okay, real quick.
You don't think about it until I tell you, when was the last time you saw a bird?
This
And then all of
morning.
a sudden you're like, whoa.
Did we see one today when we were in Newark?
You saw
Yeah.
me chase after a bird yesterday.
I've seen you chase after multiple birds. Side note, I've been scrolling through vintage Pentagon March pins this entire time. I just found this big button that says March on the Pentagon for Peace on eBay. I want you to guess the price.
I'm going to start with 200.
Fee? Price
600.
$35 plus $10 shipping.
What?
Nice.
Look at this thing.
Uh,
Look at her. Look at the scale compared
do you
to a
wanna-
quarter.
Do you want to cover this one? This seems fun.
The opening of the gates of
Yep,
hell.
I got it. Let me cover it. So,
Oh, come on.
CERN is planning to open the gates of hell.
CERN.
So, for those of you who don't know CERN, that's the Large Hadron Collider. And obviously, it's being some weird science thing that we don't really know how it works.
I mean, people
Most
also thought that that CERN was going to make a black hole.
To be fair, most of us don't really know how it works, so it's a beacon for people who are insane. So, after 2 years of repairs, people began wondering whether repairs are less installing a new vending machine to the Hadron Collider or just fixing it, or more open... Okay, I'm going to say, and I quote to the quote of this, which is, opening a portal to the fucking monster dimension. Sorry, all you Christian ants.
There goes our F word for the episode.
We've said it like 4 times
According to the
already.
people who no one dares to sit on next to the bus, the Large Hadron Collider is a gigantic wormhole generator designed to usher forth the reign of Cernunnos, an ancient god of fertility and forests, whose real connection to this debacle is having the name that contains CERN. After all, the purported purpose of CERN is to discover the origins of the life, the universe, and everything. And what better way to help that than abducting an antler-headed semi-deity and trapping him underground? But for those who don't know, the Large Hadron Collider, they found the God particle.
I should totally get a stop
No,
the
that's not
draft
it.
pin.
Victoria, you're giggling.
No, I'm laughing because it's really funny the way that worked out.
No way these stop the draft pins are only $16.99.
Jordyn, This
Jordyn, we get it. You
for-
were looking at pins earlier.
Jordyn, but Jordyn, do you know what the God particle is?
Yeah.
It's the particle that started
It's
the
the
Big
particle that started the... Dude, I have a friend whose special interest is quantum astrophysics. I don't...
Oh my.
Bang. That is a special interest.
Homeboy's favorite game is The Outer Wilds because it's the only game that actually has an accurate physics engine. Like, the only, like, major game that has an accurate physics engine compared to how planets actually move.
I just like penguins.
Real sidetrack, real quick, because you got when you said that my
my
ex
nose
liking
is
Twilight
itchy.
was a red flag. I feel like everything about my ex was a conspiracy theory at this point.
Why did you like such a generic white man? Because he was brainwashing you!
Your ex had more flags than a flag factory in Soviet Russia.
Wow!
Oh my god.
Holy shit!
I am not gonna go into. Oh my god, I peeked the mic. I'm so sorry.
Whoa.
I am not gonna go
broke it.
into what these red flags are.
Yeah,
There's just-
we don't got the time.
For those who know, you know I'm right.
You know I'm right.
There's also Fee's little song that they sing every single time this comes up.
The bare necessities,
The simple bare necessities,
that's all Victoria really asks for.
And he couldn't even do that.
No,
Anyway.
Yeah.
he couldn't.
At first he did, don't get me wrong. Anyways.
Anyways, now that we're done insulting our beloved co-host.
What should be our big conspiracy theory capper now that we're
You
at
got, like-
our almost 10-minute mark? Like our 10-minute warning.
What's your favorite?
One that I believe in or one that I think is
Do
ridiculous?
we want to hit the one that we believe in?
MLK was killed by the FBI.
No,
Allow me
no,
to explain.
No, that's less fun than
That's also a little controversial.
The more fun one is the
But
one.
it's true.
Okay, but the more fun one is the one that's now being revealed as more and more people go. So none of the NDAs are up. So yeah, the JFK assassination.
The JFK assassination was not only an inside job, but an outside job and an in-the-middle job. The CIA did it, and the Warren Commission covered it up,
So,
despite claiming to research
Let me start
it.
with my little thing
They
about
lost the footage.
My Nana and Pop are retired and they travel. My Pop is a Vietnam War veteran and they went to Dallas. When he was in Dallas, they took a tour of that stuff. So like they went to the building where Lee Harvey Oswald was, and there's a tree blocking the shot now. But they also went to the grassy knoll, and my Pop like went there and like looked and went, yeah, they had a perfect shot.
Not only that, the Umbrella Man.
The Umbrella Man.
The Umbrella Man.
For those of you who know, the Umbrella Academy,
Reference this.
You know how Reginald Hargreaves was at the assassination holding an umbrella, which is like a big thing, which is why they're the Umbrella Academy. See, that wasn't something that Gerard Way made up when he wrote the comics. Yes, the Umbrella Academy comics are written by Gerard Way of My Chemical Romance.
And Gabriel Ba.
Yep.
Gabriel Ba did most of the artwork. Gerard Way did character designs, rudimentary art, and the writing.
Yes.
I was unaware of that.
But
oh my god, yeah.
that was
I
not
have
something made up.
hardcovers.
There,
I have volumes.
if you look at videos and pictures from the day of the assassination, you'd see, why does that guy have an umbrella?
And why does he open it right before the shooting?
On a perfectly
On a sunny
day.
day in Dallas, Texas? Young man, there was a ricocheted shot and it hit a bystander.
Also, why did the car, like, not go
it
fast?
slowed down to 8 miles per hour.
There's also the
The
fact
driver slowed down to 8 miles per hour, which is not what he is trained to do. He's trained to speed up in one of these situations. And he slowed down so the shot could finish.
There's also the fact that also wasn't the original planned route. So they changed the route. So for multiple people, and I'm pretty sure they changed the route like the day of. So for multiple people to get in place that aren't related to the government in time to do that.
Oh, here's another good one. Hey, Jordyn, why don't we know all, like, the facts about, like, everything about Lee Harvey Oswald? Why don't we know, like, a lot of his motivations or anything?
Because he was oh god, what do they call them? What do they call him? The fall guy, the scapegoat.
No, what happened to him?
Oh yeah, he got killed after trying to kill
No, he didn't just get killed. As he was arrested, when he was being given the perp walk, a cop, mind you, a police officer, someone who is sworn to not shoot people when they're, like, handcuffed.
Okay, but
Shot
like,
Lee Harvey Oswald dead.
okay, but like, I feel like that doesn't.
That could, as someone who believes the conspiracy theory, that could be explained by an irrationally angry cop. You know
who
what
really
can't?
liked JFK.
You know what cannot be explained?
The Warren Commission.
The Magic
Not
bullet.
just the Warren Commission. Magic bullet, and the fact that there were 6 of them, excuse me, and also there was no physical way that a bullet could have gone through John Connally's skull and into JFK's. Not only that, but also ricocheting and hitting the bystander. I am so passionate about this ricocheting
And
bystander guy.
As much as I love the magic bullet and the idea behind magic bullet,
There is no physical
There's
way that a gun fired at that range would be able to send a bullet through both skulls, especially not with that model of a gun.
yeah, unless it was like a modern
Someone else
day
got hit in the
Barrett
skull?
50 cal.
No, the other guy got
Oh,
hit through
neck.
the chest.
Neck, chest,
Or
Either-
one
Deadly
one clip to the
shot.
neck.
A
deadly
chest,
shot. That's
mind
all
you.
that matters.
Also, a chest has more resistance than shooting someone through a skull.
Which makes it worse.
Because
It
you're
went
going
through
through
the guy's
more.
chest and then into his thigh or
Gray
something.
matter isn't exactly the most dense.
And
substance.
going through his chest and into his thigh is an interesting angle, and it's a very fascinating thing to talk about.
It's like Snell's law.
You can't make that shot unless the man literally dove onto a man's legs.
Because if it goes through his chest and into his thigh, and it already went through someone else, dude.
Also, man, I ask, I wonder why are there so many well-preserved videos where you can watch?
There aren't. They lost the prime footage.
Yep.
The
but there's-
CIA claims to have lost and misplaced the prime footage of the incident.
Oh,
and
and
They
yet
claim to
there's-
Oh
misplace
wait,
everything.
wait! Important question. Who was in charge of that? Some man named Warren Berger. I feel like I know that name. Where have I heard him from?
The Burger Court.
The what? Court? Wait, court. Would you say he's a promoted to a Supreme Court justice after losing something vitally important to one of the most important cases in American history?
Let me pop open an
I
article
thought that happened
real quick.
before.
No.
Okay.
Supreme Court justices can't handle that.
Okay, that's true.
Supreme Court justice's only job is to deal with whatever someone
Now,
presents to
allow
them.
me to clarify why I think the Warren Commission is so deeply involved. You know who headed this up besides Warren?
Wasn't it?
Lyndon B. Johnson,
Yeah, I was
Oh,
gonna
why
say
do I
whoever
know
came
that?
after
Why do I
him.
know that name?
the vice president
Mm-hmm.
under John F. Kennedy, the next president after he died.
Oh, and wait, I have a question. Like, a few years after John F. Kennedy ran for president, who ran for president? Someone else with that last name. Oh, Robert Kennedy. Yeah, his brother.
Yeah.
What happened to Robert Kennedy?
Oh gosh, I can't remember. It's almost like he died or something.
Oh, yeah, he was assassinated on the campaign
Assassinated
trail.
on his campaign trail. There was a fundamental grudge against the Kennedys in the U.S. government, and the mafia had something to do with it.
I believe it.
There was also a theory. Was it Reagan or Nixon? I always mix up those two. There was a theory that it was Nixon. There was a theory that Nixon was involved.
Yeah, Reagan was Was he even, like, an adult at that point?
I don't know.
Because, like,
I
he
just
was-
always mix up
he
the
was
two.
president in the 80s. Ronald Reagan's grave is a gender-neutral bathroom. Ronald Reagan's grave is a gender-neutral bathroom. Always remember that.
Ronald Reagan's grave is a gender-neutral bathroom.
But
It was
yes,
crazy.
But Nixon was very much so involved around that point.
Oh no, I just remembered it because I watched the BuzzFeed Unsolved video, and what they referred to Nixon as, I'm not gonna say it. What they referred to Nixon as was really funny, and that's how I remembered, because I just had to remember which one of them had that nickname.
And anytime I think of Nixon, I think of Futurama with the little Nixon head in the jar.
Every time I think of Nixon, I think of that picture where my school had their prom in the Constitution Center because we lived in South Jersey and Philly was right there, and they had all of the president portraits up while we were in the main hall, and my friend Heather took a picture flipping off Nixon.
That's really funny.
And I will show you after this. It's one of my favorite photos of her of all time. And then she took a photo of doing heart hands at Kennedy.
As she should.
Another red flag about my ex, when we went to prom, he just kind of sat inside the entire time.
Want to know another fun fact, though? Hey, did you know that Kennedy is, I think, like, if I remember correctly, the only, like, Catholic president?
Yeah.
Kennedy also kind of low-key, high-key was kind of messing up with the CIA and the mafia, and they didn't like him too
Yeah, they
much.
Bay
really
of Pigs
didn't like him.
invasion.
Ooh.
Just everything about Cuba.
Oh, we don't have the time to go into Cuba.
There's a lot there. Mind you,
I
everyone.
like how we derailed into, like, we started with the weird conspiracy theories that are like, you know, the Jews run the space lasers that are also built by the lizard people that shoot soy into your brain to make you gay so you don't question how the Earth is flat or something. But then, like, then you said JFK, and something switched.
Yeah, but I want to remind everyone, because we are going to do our sign-off soon, if you choose to research into any of this, read things with a grain of salt.
Read everything with a grain of salt. Even I don't believe some of the stuff that people say happened to
Even
JFK.
the things that we were talking about now, we either believe or only partially believe. Believe them with grains of salt. Believe them with the idea behind it that there's a strong possibility that it's not true. We will wait, because there are people this year with the NDAs being gone that are talking about the JFK assassination. Like, the medical team is planning to talk about it soon.
I have a cognitive dissonance. It's a term my therapist taught me. Look it up. I have this cognitive dissonance where I am so confident in the truth of my JFK little, like, theory belief, and I'm also very confident that I have at least 2 or 3 details completely incorrect. I am fully ready to believe a new theory someone proposes to
That
me
is
about
not cognitive
JFK.
dissonance.
But I also believe I'm right.
That is not cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance
Is believing 2 things at the same time,
No.
but also that
it's separation from the true emotions of an event. Kind of. So basically,
we're taught 2 different definitions.
No, so basically, it's when you see like like when you see a mass casualty event on the news, you see it, and it's like you can separate yourself from the fact that that is happening in your world.
I learned a completely separate definition.
Okay.
In which your brain tries and succeeds in believing 2 things at the same time, but you have to suffer the
Okay,
consequences.
so we need to wrap it up.
Also
but
known as doublethink.
So-
Let's talk about 1984.
No, we can't. We have to wrap it up. But my dad gave me a brand new conspiracy theory that that he made up, but it's funny, and it's not a real conspiracy theory, but it's funny to say. So, before we wrap it up, everyone, just take a second to think about this. Remember all the things we talk about, from the gay bomb to JFK to Twilight. Twilight is the world's gay bomb. Thanks, Dad.
Holy hell. Oh my god, my eyes are opened. Twilight turned us gay, and then 50 Shades was damage control to make you straight again.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for listening.
This has been Hyperfixation of the Week. You maybe learned something. There's not a lot to learn in
I
this
hope
episode.
you don't actually believe
I hope
anything you
that
learned.
you laughed. That's the goal. This episode was meant to be fun and for us to laugh.
I hope we were entertaining and slightly uncomfortable.
I hope you enjoyed my tangents about my ex.
So,
If you want to talk to us more about these topics or anything at all, or if you want to come find me and tell me to stop laughing really loudly into the mic,
we won't.
You can, first of all, I won't. Second of all, you can find us on campus. I am the short one with the curly purple hair.
I'm the tall one with the curly purple hair. It's kind of like
It's
blonde
so
and
faded.
silver. It's really faded, but like you'll see that it's meant to be purple.
Also,
and
they
that I'm
wear a
tall.
beanie, so
You
A lot.
You will hear me before you see me. I wear a hoodie that's not mine, and I have been actively just crocheting everywhere I go for the last 2 weeks.
look for the girl with the glasses, the Space Force hoodie, and the crochet.
Look for
It's green and purple if you're really curious.
well, currently, the current project is green and purple.
Yeah.
Currently.
All right.
My
well,
last project was purple and yellow.
thanks for listening, everyone.
It's been a pleasure. Stop.